What's up guys, welcome back once again to Data Reviews Tech. Today I'm checking out the new case from Be Quiet. This is their budget sort of entry into the, not budget entry, into their new budget case, the Pure Base 501. This is the airflow version. They also do an LX version, which I believe has a glass side on it. This one doesn't. They do a silent version, which has more dampening in it and a closed front on it. And they also do a DX version, which has RGB down the front of it as well. So I'll put a link in the description so you can have a look at all the different ones for you to check out. But this is the airflow version, completely blacked out, no side panel on it at all, just a completely blacked out case, and it looks pretty nice as well. So let's quickly take you through what you get with it, what it can do, and obviously all the specs and things like that. So first of all, let's talk about the front. It's a mesh front panel, quite an open mesh. Actually, I'll just lean forward so I can show you. Quite an open mesh. You can pretty much see through it by the looks of it on the camera. And this comes off. This comes off by pulling the front away. And as you can see there, that's the mesh panel there, which obviously is going to aid in airflow. And then you've got a dust filter behind it as well, which can pop off. It's not magnetic, it just sort of clips in. Got a dust filter there that pops off, can hinge out, and actually can come off completely if you need to take it off. In the front, you've got as standard with this case, comes with 240mm fans. One of them is located in the front. It's the Pure Wings 3 fans, 140mm, and one in the back as well. So you get one of those decent fans, really good quality, as is with Be Quiet stuff. Up front here, in terms of fan support, you can get up to 2 140 fans or 3 120 fans, so 360 or 280. And in terms of radiator, you can get 280, 360, obviously anything below that. So up to 360mm radiator support in the front here if you need it. Not much more to talk about in there. Let's just close that up for a second. Let's take you through, I'll just come forward, let's take you through the front I/O. Hopefully you can see that. You've got a USB-C there, you've got 2 USB-A's, power button, combined mic and headphone jack, HDD light and reset button there. And on the top here, you've also got a removable magnetic dust filter. Again, you can see that there to help in keeping dust out of your system. Up top here, up to 240mm radiator or 2 140 fans, 2 120 fans. No 280 support up here, I'm afraid, but we can get 240 radiator up here. I assume it's something to do with the clearance. However, you may be able to try and get up there, but I'm not going to say you can. But yeah, officially supported is up to 240 at the top there. Coming round to what I would call the business side of things, which is obviously where your components are going to go in. The 2 thumb screws remove that panel. Like I say, it is a solid panel on this one, no glass, but it does have a bit of sound deadening material in there, even though it isn't the silent version. It also comes with sound deadening material that's in the back panel as well. Now, in terms of the interior, up to ATX motherboards in here, so anything below that as well. PSU support. I'll talk about that while I'm here. Up to 200mm without the HDD cage and 180 with, so plenty of support there. CPU cooler up to 180mm, and GPU length up to 368, I believe. Again, link in the description below to double check that. So plenty of room for massive graphics cards. I have a 7900 XTX Red Devil, which is huge, and that's only like 340, I think. So plenty of room in here for massive graphics cards. Obviously, double check that before you go ahead and buy this case with your graphics card in mind. And the same goes for the CPU cooler, 185mm, which is pretty big to get most CPU air coolers in there. Power supply shroud at the bottom with plenty of cutouts down here. Hopefully you can kind of see that. Sorry, it is black, it's really hard to see on camera. So you've got 2 massive cutouts at the bottom. There isn't any grommets on them, but it's not too much of an issue. Up top we've got 3 big cutouts for cables, so one for sort of your UPS, one for your fan cables and stuff like that, and then one for your front panel cables. Down the side here we have a sort of cable cover which is removable. I'll show you that in a minute. When we go around the back of the case, and yeah, that can be removed. Obviously that's there if you want to hide some of your cables. It goes right up sort of to the edge of the motherboard, so it should hide it pretty well. So I don't know if you can see that. I'll just turn that so you can see it a bit better. You can see it just there now. So yeah, plenty of capability of hiding cables and stuff there as well. Big gap here, but the hard drive cage is there at the moment. So if you want to install a radiator or yeah, once it's a solid radiator, you're going to have to remove this really to get the thickness in there. Yeah, basically you're going to have to, unless you do a 240, which would obviously go at the top, or 280 might squeeze in without removing it. So just bear that in mind, you might have to lose some hard drive space to get a radiator in there. Let's go round to the other side of the case. Again, solid panel, thumb screws to remove, and sound deadened in the back there as well. In here we've got space for up to 5 2.5-inch drives, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5 in the case there. That's all included as standard, and then 2 3.5-inch, which is in the case themselves, so if you remove that you lose that capability. Whether that's an issue or not is obviously up to you. Accessories box there, I'll talk about that in just a minute. So your main cables are already in the case, are already pre-velcro tied down. Obviously you can move them if you need to. There's plenty of points here, up here for putting cable ties into to tidy your cables up, and also this bit here which I showed you, which covers your cables up going into the motherboard, can be removed, but does leave a big gaping hole there, and also means you lose 2 2.5-inch drive sleds there as well, which might be an issue for some people. I suppose the reason you'd remove this is to show off some nice cables if you've got them, but it does leave a big hole there if you do that, so please bear that in mind. Other than that, I mentioned the PSU is up to 200 without the hard drive cage, or 180 with. There's a dust filter at the bottom, which is removable from the front, which is really good, full length dust filter, to obviously stop dust getting in your power supply and anywhere else from under there. And other than that, there's not much more to talk about on the back here, but there's plenty of room for cable management. It's probably about 1 inch of space to get your cables around there as well, so plenty really to get cables around and get them all neat and tidy if you're so inclined to do that. I personally don't bother because I'm lazy. This drive sled here for the SSDs is also removable to allow easier installation, or to remove it completely if you want a bit more room for, I don't know, an extra 5mm for some cables and things like that. And that's about it really. So let's talk about the back and then we'll wrap this video up. So the back, there isn't obviously a lot to talk about on these. Standard I/O sort of area there, up to 140mm fans. You can get a 120 on the back as well here if you want to. 7 PCIe slots on the back with this sort of, I don't like these things, but it's got a sort of slide back thing which covers your mounting up there. I don't really see the point of these, but anyway, it's got one. Now also what I like about this case, which you can't see just by looking at it, is in this accessory pack, as well as cable ties and screws and velcro ties, which obviously for cable management and stuff like that, if you need them. You also get these 3 brackets here. Now this one here, as you can see, just looks like a PCIe cover, but it also has these slots in it. Hopefully you can see those. Hopefully you can see them there. That's basically what you do, is because this is capable of doing vertical GPU mounting. So what you do is remove all of these PCIe covers, and you pop this one on the bottom. Then it has the slots for your I/O cover on your graphics card to slot into and hold, and then you've got 2 more brackets to hold it in place as well. So it can do vertical GPU mounting as standard out of the box. You just have to put these brackets in. It tells you that all in the instruction manual on how to do it. So it's possible. Obviously all you need then is a riser cable if you haven't already got one. So that's it guys. Yeah, just a quick overview of this case. Sorry about the noise. Quick overview of this case and what it can do and what you can install in it. Just want to give you an overview. I will be doing a build soon, so stick around for that if you're interested. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out if you were looking at this case and didn't know everything about it. Hopefully now you do. If there's anything extra, then please leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And other than that guys, don't forget to give it a like if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.